back, everybody. So today I'm going to check out Old Nation's Raspberry Creamsicle M43. So this is a version or variant of the standard M43. So this is 6.8% ABV. This says with natural raspberry and vanilla flavoring, lactose free. So I wonder if it says to roll it. No, it doesn't. Haze is good. Yeah, I picked up a 4 pack at Meyer down here in Lower Michigan. They're all over in Michigan. Um, for $8, it was on sale for like $8.49 for a 4 pack, which I'm like, that's kind of crazy. It must be old, but this was packaged on 8/5/24, so a month ago. So I don't know why it was on sale, but I've had the orange creamsicle. It was okay. It wasn't the best. I believe there's one more. I want to say it's pineapple, but I could be wrong. But let's go ahead and get this open and get it into a glass. Um, I'll show you the can art after I get it in here. Usually these say roll, but I'm actually surprised it doesn't. But it is what it is. But yeah, I like the can art. See if it'll focus. There we go. Some guy. Oh, I can smell it. I'm not liking the natural flavor. Natural flavor with natural raspberry and vanilla flavors. It looks like they're using the real thing, but that's what I would do, but that's just me. Um, Standard M43, I do like it. I would rather drink Boss Tweed, but our local pizza place where I live, they have M43 on tap 24/7, and that's usually what I drink when I go there. It would probably be bad if they had Boss Tweed on tap, but um, I got something in here. I don't know. There we go. Head is kind of, it's not as dense as I thought it was in regular M43, but I could be wrong. But some of that orange reddish is coming up through there. Pretty much all small bubbles from that pour, almost a finger of head. I do have some in here, so at the end, if I remember, I'll put it in there. But for this, can light ruby red color, like it has, like regular M43 is, I don't want to say a neon orange color, like milky orange color. I can kind of see it, but there is definitely a red hue in this, which I don't think you guys can see. But yeah, it looks good, and I was trying to think after I picked this up if I've had like a raspberry milkshake IPA or something like that, and I don't think I have. But I do like raspberry, so this is just a disclaimer. If I don't like it, my score could be lower than yours. But I really like raspberry beers. I make one pretty much every year, even though I haven't for 2 years. Um, but yeah, I want that raspberry to stand out. But let's go ahead and smell this. I think the vanilla comes through the most. I don't know. Why can't they just use vanilla beans like everybody else? Um, what is the? Well, this says lactose free. Because I was gonna say, what's the? Why isn't this called a milkshake IPA? There is some raspberry tartness, seediness in there, but I think that vanilla really comes out sweet vanilla, almost like there's vanilla bean ice cream in here. Kind of a sweeter vanilla raspberry combination, but that raspberry does smell a little tart, a little seedy. Uh, the base M43, I maybe a little citrus, vanilla citrus, almost like that creamsicle is coming through, but that raspberry vanilla kind of cancel everything out from what I remember. I should have had an M43 because we went there last night, but I didn't. But let's go ahead and taste. It, I want to say the base uses Simcoe, which kind of I get an onion garlic, and at the beginning of the palate on this, I get that onion garlic. But then it's almost like that raspberry vanilla really take over, and even into the aftertaste. There's not a lot of bitterness. I think M43 has about I almost want to say like 68 IBUs, which I like. It's high for a New England IPA. Um, yeah, doesn't I think the regular one shows it. 65 IBUs. It does have it on here. So I was a couple points off. But it's like that onion garlic. It's sweeter at the beginning of the palate. Then that raspberry vanilla take over. It's not like a true raspberry. Like I guess you could say syrup. A little sweeter, but it's still got that New England IPA base that M40 is known for, I guess. That still kind of comes out, but into the aftertaste, it's almost like a raspberry gum, like a sugary raspberry gum, but it's muted by that base New England IPA of that M43. Feels like the body's a little lighter. I could be wrong. Maybe that raspberry, as I'm drinking it, it almost feels like that raspberry's it's a little too much. It kind of cancels out the vanilla now. Like I get that. I want to say dry, seedy raspberry. But I get a little citrus at the end. I think it's too much raspberry. Now that I'm drinking it, it's almost like that vanilla is totally wiped out in this. Like there's some bitterness in there from those hops. But yeah, that vanilla almost gets wiped out altogether. I'm going to have to go 3.75. Um I think whatever they're doing for the raspberry, the natural flavoring, it's too much. I don't know. Again, why would you use natural flavoring vanilla when you could just use vanilla beans? I don't know why they wouldn't do that. I mean, it's on them, and I'm guessing the orange creamsicle also did the same thing. I kind of think they missed the mark on this one. At least for me. We'll check on tap. The bitterness is coming back as my palate warms up and I talk, but I think they could have made this better. Yeah, it's like the middle of the palate is the best because I am getting that vanilla. I'm getting the base New England IPA. I'm getting the raspberry, but then it kind of just goes haywire. So, yeah, I'm going 3.75. Is it worth picking up? I would say pick one up. See how you like it because we could look at Untapped and it could be totally different. Um, so 11 of my friends have checked it in 4.07. A little over 1,000 people 4.01. So everybody's a little higher than me, so that's going to be totally up to you. Um, I'll have to check out uh, Poor Michigan reviews, but he gave it a 4.25. Technically, 4.18. The base comes through under the raspberry. Yeah, so we're kind of on the same page. But yeah, I'll have to see. I think I like the orange creamsicle more. I think I gave the orange creamsicle a higher rating than this one too. And I would rather have raspberry all day long. Raspberry creamy, fruity mouth feel and bitter is what that's saying. 3.75, 3.75, 3.75. So how? Oh, okay. 4.3, 4.34, 4.25. I was going to say, out of those 3.75s, how is this over a 4? But I see, because everybody else down here is over a 4. 4.75. So, there you go. Yeah, had it at Old Nation. So, yeah, it is what it is. I would definitely say pick one up if you're into M43 just to try it. And if you can find a 4-pack for $8.49 or whatever it was, definitely worth picking up. I'll share it with friends. So if you enjoyed this review, check out some other M43 Old Nation reviews over here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring that bell, and I'll see you in the next video.